I chose to omit the sequence of me detailing this ship from this video because I felt there were more important aspects of the entire process to focus on. And instead, what I'll do is I'll give you guys a bit of a walkthrough in terms of the thoughts and the general idea behind finishing your ship design. Certain things that you want to remember is that you want the eye to move from the composition of the design in a way where everything is arranged in a harmonious way so that one thing does not distract from another, and that the primary focus should be where we've decided in this respect obviously would be the cockpit. That's a main plot point, if you will. And other aspects for this ship would be, of course, its landing gear. And I think that the orange in an overall cool palette, right, this gray, this cool gray or steel type finish for the entire ship, and that is to say, the surface texture of the ship is then going to have some accent color, right? Just by virtue of looking at the color palette and hopping our way around the wheel to the accent of all of that cool and that blue would be the orange. Shameless plug here will be that I offer instruction that is more in depth, and I will actually break down the processes more. And you're of course welcome to search through the CGMA website, and in fact look for those courses because they're very closely related to what we've dealt with here, and I think offer a very good complement to those videos as well in that course. And that's also another sort of hidden agenda as to how I've structured this video. I've kind of secretly planned it to be a complement to those videos as well. So this would be a very intensive course, backed up, with the 8-week routine that I have, where I'm doing vehicles, interior and exterior of a chosen vehicle, yada yada. You can of course look through that, and let me not take this precious time from this session here. But back from that digression and the shameless plug is what we want to do now is extend the canvas, and in this scenario I want to add a bit of life to our design here, right? And I think by doing that it will certainly add intrigue to the scene, to the illustration. And in this instance here, by extending the canvas, and you can see how if I hadn't taken the time to just merely do that in these in this more simple statement, I would be a bit limited in terms of the scenario that I can depict in my finished illustration. So I've chosen to do that, which is to say I've chosen to extend the dimensions and paint outside of that. And you can see, it may not be obvious yet, but here you can see as soon as I drag in the file how, yes, the canvas is indeed extended quite a bit. So okay, there's that. Now you can be as refined and elegant as, and break things down in terms of your paths and your masks even more. And like I said, by doing a light and a shadow pass on your ship, and that could be achieved by merely flattening your image, right? And I'll just do a quick walkthrough here. Is if I flatten my image and I adjust my curves to that flattened image, I can really affect the graphic statement of my light and my shadow pattern of this ship. And by intensifying that, and through my wand tool, as you'll see as soon as Photoshop allows me with its progress bar, by selecting the wand tool, I will then be able to really isolate that specific value set that I want to create a mask for. So if it's for an overall shadow pattern, here I'll really tweak my my levels in the light and the shadow statement. And this is a general way. I mean, you know, this is not going to give you perhaps the cleanest way of doing it, but it will. It's about doing a lot of legwork with few moves. You know, efficiency of means, and in that respect, this can get you a closer way, or this is a way of getting you closer to refining your mask selections. And you can see my tolerance level is, I think, set to 45. I'll select this shadow shape here, and now I can really start to separate out my light and my shadow patterns, of course, within the silhouette of the ship itself, have that greater sort of breakdown in terms of making more selective friskets and masks. Another pro secret that is actually maybe not so much of a secret, but to some, but perhaps new to others, and therefore I will bring it up now, is another technique for refining your selection. And that is on that layer, on that flattened image layer, within your channels window, go ahead and toggle your RGB channels, because you'll be able to see how those different channels create. I mean, obviously, just by looking at this, I'm able to create quite different tonal variations, and thereby have a different selection variation to choose from. So, looking at this scene, and just again merely as a storyteller, it's a bit one note here. You know, it's okay. It's sort of ship, and then the ocean. You know, maybe a two note, but one major note. So I would like a sort of some counter rhythms and something to harmonize along with this major statement here. And by adding just a bit of life, just a bit of scenario, you can see how this goes from a fairly static image to really having a compelling bit of story and life, like I say, scenario around your ship that really gives it breath. Basically, it helps it to breathe. So here we are with the finished illustration, ready to hand off to our clients. I think the design is fairly strong, and it's received a fair amount of scrutiny from myself in terms of, through the process of designing this thing, I've had it go through a track's worth of hurdles, and I think it's surmounted those hurdles quite nicely. And here we are. I can feel assured that I'm handing off a really strong design. And Along with this, of course, there are several other views, side view, front view, all the plans, and things that would assist this illustration in a very cohesive way so that anyone who sees all of this work assembled for this design can say, aha, yes, I get it, and thereby, like say for instance, a modeler, a 3D modeler, could execute some really good work, really good turnaround work based off of your initial pass here. So one more shameless plug is my website. Right now I have a blog, paulchristopherart.blogspot.com, and certainly hope to see you guys there, and hopefully you guys could let me know as to how helpful this was, how beneficial this video was for you guys. I certainly hope it inspires you, and I had a great time assembling this video for you guys. And here it is. Everything's said and done. I think it's it'll fly, as it were. And that will be my last silly pun. So thank you again, and cannot wait to see you guys in the following video seminar, where we will be addressing any questions that you guys have. And like I say, I hope it certainly inspires.